All right, you maggots, listen up. What you're looking at in the picture there is an actual stereo speaker. And I know some of you guys, stereo speaker, no such thing. Well, it is. It's got four connections. It has two coins. It's got two coils in it. It was from a sound tube, and the sound tube's battery went bad, and the program in the player went bad. So I emailed SoundTube and told them the story, and woman says not covered, not covered, not covered. Went back and forth. So I took the thing apart. Next day I get a letter saying she made a mistake. If I sent the SoundTube back, uh, they would replace the battery for a certain charge. I'm like, keep it, keep it. The SoundTube would only operate for 2 hours at low volume. It had an underpowered lithium battery in it, but what you're looking at is a stereo speaker. It's a trick. There's also speakers that have 3 wires, and they're push-pull speakers. Instead of having a push-pull output transformer, they have 2 windings, a winding with a center tap on the speaker. There's a lot in the world that I guarantee you've never seen. Now, what I want to talk to you about, I know some of them, I knew that. There's a plus and minus on speakers. Do you ever think about that? You know, you put the minus wire to the minus on the speaker and the plus to the plus, but you never really put any thought into what if you put it backwards. Now, when a speaker is standing still, it's standing at 0. When you put the leads one way, minus and plus, the speaker goes out. When you reverse those windings, the speaker goes in. So, if you reverse the wires on a speaker, you won't do any damage. But 2 things can happen. All right, first of all, on a stereo, if you're sitting between the 2 speakers and you reverse the terminals, the minus and the plus, on one speaker, the singer will be off center. You'll find yourself at the balance control, and you're turning the balance control off center, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Well, when you hooked your speaker wires up, you got one of them reversed. That's what will actually happen. Now, there's also another thing that can happen. In some cases, a speaker is in the case of the radio, and the radio has a ceramic filter in it, and it's possible that the vibration of the speaker will actually get the ceramic filter in the radio to produce voltage when it's vibrated, and it'll be in phase, causing the radio to go in self-oscillation. And you'll go crazy. Trust me, you'll go crazy. I found that someone was having a problem with it was a communications receiver, and it would go into, it wouldn't motorboat, it would whistle. And I went through, it took me a while, and I got in around the speaker, and I realized that the person unsoldered the speaker and soldered it back in, and the speaker did work. But unfortunately, they had the plus and the minus reversed. In most cases, on a single speaker radio, you'll never know the difference. Now, on this radio, or this speaker, you reverse one, the music will probably fight the other one, and you get less output from the speaker. All right, one's out of phase. You take an out of phase signal with a normal signal, and it cancels. So you're going to lose volume. And you can tell they use brown and black. But I just want to tell you real quick what the plus and minus does. And if you ever have a stereo in the living room and it seems like the balance control is way off, go look at your speakers in the back and you'll find that your plus and your minus is reversed on one of the speakers. And I know other people, oh, I knew that. Yeah, right. I'm telling the people that don't know what they might have as a problem, and also so they can understand. My video isn't for the nitpickers that know that if you reverse one of the speakers, the plus and the minus, the balance will be off. There are people that know that, and a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people just know to put the minus where the minus goes and the plus where the plus goes. And they never have a problem, but they never think about, like, well, what if I reverse the minus and the plus? Would the speaker burn up? No. In this case, with this, you're going to have a cancellation of volume, because you're going to, one of the cones is trying to go out while the other one's trying to go in. But this is a rare duck. So are the ones with the 3 wires, which have a center tap coil, center tap voice coil. And that's so they can have a push-pull output and make it cheaper. Remember I told you, when it comes to making radios, they make things cheaper. In my last video, I was explaining tube circuits and transistors, and a good tube circuit and a good transistor circuit, they're about equal. I mean, you can put them side by side and you can say they sound slightly different, but all radios, if you put another radio next to it, it will sound different, whether it's a tube or a transistor radio, based on the cabinet. So you can go off on these tangents in life. I'm a practical type person. I'm looking, is the song something I want to listen to? Versus the guy, oh, I need to hear more bass. I think that's it. All right, that's it. Plus and minus, plus and minus.